Hello. So while you're waiting to know the will of God, this waiting time is not without its struggles. Welcome to the Deeper Life Bible Church Singles channel. And if you are new here, very welcome to this beautiful family of God. In this channel, we talk about faith, we talk about Christian relationship, we talk about how to court efficiently. We also talk about how to prepare for a godly and Christian home. We want everyone to have a successful marriage. That is our primary prayer for you. So if you have not subscribed yet to this channel, please do well to subscribe and hit the notification bell below so that you can be alerted whenever we have new videos. And for all our old subscribers and members of the family, you are very welcome again to a new video. We're very happy to have you. And we hope that these videos are changing lives and making you better Christians, helping you in your Christian walk with the Lord as you await the lifetime partner that the Lord has for you. Today, we're here with the topic on what are the biggest struggles while waiting. As you wait to know the will of God, you are of age and you're ready. Your body is ready to have companionship. You have been praying and waiting. And maybe some of you have waited for so long now. You've been waiting for a couple of years now, and it doesn't seem like any answer has come yet. So what are the biggest struggles while you're waiting? For many people, the struggles differ. One of the main struggles that Christians have and some people have is patience. It's difficult to be patient. I can attest to that. When someone, even a child, when you ask a child, many mothers have tested it with their babies and they're like, stay here, don't move. What happens? When you tell a child don't move and you go away for a couple of minutes and you're watching that baby, you realize that after 2-3 minutes, baby's like, oh my God, why do I have to sit here and wait? Why am I waiting? When is mommy coming? I need my food now. I need to be changed now. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Some people say patience is a virtue, but it takes a lot to be patient. It is very difficult when you want something so bad and you're waiting for it. That is one of the biggest tests that the devil uses to throw at children of God while they're waiting to do the perfect will of God. But don't forget, Bible is always our watchword. It tells us in Hebrews chapter 10 from verse 6. Let's quickly read Hebrews chapter 10 verse 6. And I'm reading for you. It says, for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise. After you have done the will of God, before you can receive the promise that you are expecting from God, you have need of patience. You need to be patient. I know it's a difficult thing to do, but trust me, most times that impatience comes and almost pushes you into doing what is not the will of God. And sometimes you've waited and waited and waited. And when you are almost there, is the time when the devil tells you, you've been waiting for so long and it's a wasted effort. Now you need to move and you need to do your own stuff. You need to work it out yourself. You need to arrange your life yourself. And that's where many young people, many people miss it in life. Just look at it. Lots of people, we have lots of testimonies in the Bible of people who have missed the will of God because they were impatient, because they couldn't wait just a little longer. They couldn't wait just a little more. They missed the perfect will of God. And that's why today, as we have been admonished, we need to be patient. Number 2, the fear of inadequacy. That's one of the struggles that some people will have. One of the fear of inadequacy for themselves, they feel they're not adequate and they feel, okay, maybe Nobody's coming because I'm not enough. Maybe nobody's saying anything to me because I'm not pretty enough. Maybe sisters are not like responding to me on time, or I'm not getting a positive response because I'm not rich, because I'm not good looking too for some men. Some people have problem with their self-esteem is low. They have some self-esteem issues, inferiority complex. It's a big problem. And that can affect you and create a kind of fear of inadequacy. Another fear some people have is the fear of maybe it will never happen to me. Maybe this fear of, will I get it right? Will I really get the will of God? Will I really meet the right person that my heart desire? Will God give me somebody that I don't want? Will God give me somebody that is less than my standard? Will God give me something that I never thought, and how can I handle it? There are a lot of things that we think about. Fear of inadequacy. The best thing that you can do when you have fear is to go to God in faith. And that's where we come. Faith is another struggle. People have problem with faith. That's another point. It brings us to another point of faith. The Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And the saints of God had faith in their heart. Abraham had faith that where God was taking him, God knew what he was doing. And he let God lead him. He let God direct him. He allowed God to be the leader, guiding him through from his known home, from the known to the unknown. He was going from his father's land, his father's country, his father's nation, his father's surrounding environment where he grew up and all of that. And he was going to a place that was unknown. God said, I was going to take you to a place with flowing with milk and honey. But the journey towards the place was not easy. It didn't look like he was going to get there on time. And he was traveling and going from one place to another, from one settlement to another. But God was taking him every step of the way. Eventually, his many children after him down the road, right? He was wealthy. He had a lot. God blessed him. He was a rich man. But we see that the children of Israel inherited that land that Abraham had been promised many years before. That's the place of faith. And because of the faith that Abraham had placed in God, God blessed him. Everywhere Abraham went, he was blessed. Any well he dug, water he found. There was water. He had water to feed his animals. He had food to feed the servants and his family and his household. That is a place of faith. Faith is believing when you don't see. You don't see, everything looks bleak around you, but you still believe. You still hope. Okay? That is very, very, very important to have faith. Waiting for God's timing is another very big struggle that some people have while they are waiting for God's timing. God is never late. God's time is never late. Please don't ever forget that God is always, always on time. Trust is another problem. Some people have a big problem with trust. Everybody that they meet, they suspect. Anybody that comes their way, they suspect. Not only trust, they have trust issues with God, they have trust issues with people that they meet, with relationships, with people that they encounter. They have trust issues vertically and horizontally. You have to deal with your trust. You have to learn to trust and let God. God can lead you when you're going the wrong way. That's why when you solidify your relationship with God through prayer and continuous reading of the Word of God, it can be very, very helpful to deal with trust. Because when you take it to God in prayer, if you have any issue and you have any fear and you have any concern about somebody that you met or somebody that has proposed to you, you can take it to the Lord in prayer. And I tell you, God will always lead you. God will lead his children. He will never leave you like that, akimbo. He will always lead you in the right way that you should go. Another big problem, loneliness. Loneliness. It's easy to be lonely when you are waiting to get married. And that's normal because you get to a stage in your life where every woman at a stage, at an age, needs a man. It's normal. You have this time in the month when you need a partner, both for men and women. That is normal. It's just biologically right. It's just biologically okay. You're okay to be lonely. But there are things that you can do to help you in that lonely time. When you're lonely, do you go and just jump into any kind of relationship to ease your loneliness? No, that's not the best approach to deal with loneliness. When you're lonely, find time, prayer partners, find time to go out and have fun. Meet Christians like yourself. Go on vacation if you're not working. Go out and see nature. Do things to ease your loneliness. Spend time in prayer. That's another way to help you with loneliness. When you pray, you always have the feeling that Jesus is always near you, that Jesus is always close by, that there is always somebody that sticks closer to you than a brother, than a sister. I pray the Lord helps you, strengthen you through every lonely time, in the nights when you're lonely, in the day when you're lonely, when you think and you feel that, oh my, I need somebody so bad, I'm so lonely. May God help fill that void while you're waiting. Sexual abstinence is very difficult for some other people, especially people who might have tried it before, have maybe given their life to Jesus and have told God that they want to be virgins now until Jesus gives them their own life partners. They've stopped having sexual relationship with people who are not their spouse. I mean, they're not married, they're singles. They've stopped having sexual relationship with men and women just for the fun of it or just because, just like they've always done. They've stopped this and it's very hard, very hard. It's a very big struggle. But we can rely on the word of God that says that my grace is sufficient for you. God told Paul, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you're weak, then are you strong? Paul said, when I am weak, then am I strong. The strength that Paul was talking about here is the strength that God only gives. God gives you strength. He strengthens you when you are down, just like Peter cried out to Jesus and said, Jesus, help me. After he walked on the water and he began to doubt in his heart, and all of a sudden he started to sink. He cried out to the Lord, Lord, help. When you are sinking and so moved and almost going back to your sin of sexual impurity, that's the time when you should call out to Jesus and ask for help. As Christian young people, we encourage you to always take it to the Lord in prayer. Talk to a fellow Christian. Get a friend and confide in them, someone you trust. It could be your pastor, it could be your pastor's wife. It could also be your leader or a friend, a prayer partner. Take it to them and they will join you together in prayer. They will say some words of encouragement that will keep you going and deliver you from the snare that the devil has placed on your way. Distractions can also be a very big struggle for some people. They can be distracted by everything that passes. There's a lot of distractions out there, I agree. Sometimes you're just distracted and you're like, this person that talks to me so nice, is she not the person? This brother that is so attentive to me, is he not the person? Sometimes these are distractions that the devil dangles in front of you. He tries to dangle those things in front of you to distract you from getting to the goal. Please fix your eyes on the mark. Fix your eyes on Jesus. Fix your eyes on the author and finisher of your faith. Fix your eyes and don't let anything distract you. The devil tried many times, on many occasions, to distract Jesus and stop him from fulfilling the purpose for which he came to this world. But God himself gave him the grace. When Jesus was tempted, you see how Jesus used the word of God to go against and to silence the devil. Read a lot of the word of God and let the word of God dwell in you richly. It will support you at times of distraction. And some people, Lastly, but not least, trying to heal from past hurt. For some people, one of the biggest struggles is that they can't seem to move forward. They can't seem to move on. They can't seem to pray again because someone has broken their heart, because they've waited for sometimes 2 years for somebody who was in school and they thought, oh, I proposed to her. And the marriage committee says, or the pastor says, oh, wait for her. She says she doesn't want to be distracted for now. And they waited. And while they're waiting, they keep loving that person. And all of a sudden, the person says no or gets married to somebody else. It can hurt so deep. It can hurt really deep. And that can be a very big struggle. The difficulty to move on. Some people find it difficult to just move on and heal. And for some people, they were even in a relationship, in courtship, and they lost their partner. And sometimes they don't heal from that. I pray the Lord strengthens you. And the balm of Gilead heals your wound. Some people have been broken before from old relationship before they became Christians, hurt by men or women, hurt by people that they thought should love them, by people who profess to love them. And these people hurt them, both financially and emotionally and physically. And they find it difficult to move on. I encourage you today that no, please, everybody is not like your last partner or the last person that hurt you. Everybody is not like that. God has something good for you. God has something in reserve for you. You just need to ask him, open your heart, open your mind, and allow him to do his work of grace in your life, his work of healing in your life, and let him lead you to the right person. I hope you're blessed by this short exhortation, this short discussion that we've had about struggles while you're waiting. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share this video, and hit the notification bell below so that you can be reminded whenever we post new videos. I pray that the Lord will give us an answer of peace. Until then, God bless you. I'm praying for you. This was Princess coming to you from the Deeper Life Bible Church Singles channel. You have a nice day now. Bye.